Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 13, or Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13? It's something like that. I'm Serious JG. The only place in the game where the countdown clock doesn't tick away driving you mad is here, where there's nothing for you to do anyway. As you can see, our super battle with the Omega, where the hell did he go? Okay, Hoplite. I guess it's not in the order in which you defeat him. We got 5 stars in our off-screen battle with this nightmarish monster that is the Omega Hoplite, so I don't know that, I mean, let me know in the comments if you disagree. It doesn't seem like you really probably care about that one. Goblot. We've got 0 stars against Goblot. 0 stars against Grendel. I've gone back and refought all these other bosses. We could fight Grendel again. My biggest curiosity would be whether or not we would have the aid of Fang for the fight. Actually, I could do that real quick. Hold on a second. It is a Chaos Beast, I think. It is weak against wind, and it don't give a fuck about lightning. So we could, use physical magic when it's protected by barriers. The effect is greater. The enemy is using Seance. Unleash physical magic attacks when its barriers have fallen. This thing has 1,500,000 hit points, and Grendel has... Yeah, I feel like the Grendel fight was difficult, but we must have gotten a lot stronger since, because we've beaten up the other bosses quite easily since then. So it had 380-something K. Noel had about 320. Snow has 400. Caius has 23. Yeah, Caius has doesn't have a lot of hit points, but he's got a lot of offensive power. If I did, Aurora and Gale Strike, just for the hell of it, let's fight Grendel. I'm curious if we get the aid of Fang. We probably don't.
No time for hesitation.
Yeah, no help from Fang. Oh, I should hit Deep Protect first. So I actually kind of messed this up. One thing, I shouldn't have bothered with Overstrike until, Overclock until I'd whipped through, REP. But yeah, obviously we're far, far stronger than we were the last time we fought Grendel. And possibly my strategy the first time I fought Grendel was not enough about dealing out mass damage. So, okay. Shockingly, that was not that hard. Okay. Hope you got anything new for us?
The chaos readings, they suddenly shot through the roof.
When you did that
Perhaps
stupid quest with the
chaos
cat.
is even reaching the Ark now.
Oh, we have about Sarah too.
I saw her again. My sister. It looks like God might keep his promise and bring my sister back.
Yes,
She'll
God,
be
yes.
a new Sarah.
Obey.
New. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that when he resurrects Sarah, it will be a different person? Like a fake?
Bacon Enormous,
No,
the annoying blue
that's
dude.
not it at all.
I really like. One of the more interesting things about the game is that the first time, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens. At least I'll try not to spoil it. But the first time through, okay, it was obvious from very early on that there's something extremely shady about Bunavelza. But the question of whether Hope is on your side or is evil, like all the stuff he says in side quests and while guiding you along in maid quests makes it feel like, oh, okay, this is legitimately Hope. Like something weird is going on with him. He doesn't have his feelings and emotions the same way Lightning doesn't. But, like, it is the real Hope, and he's trying to help. Everything he says during the main plot sequences made me think, Hope is some kind of fake. He is going to betray you. He is evil. So I had a lot of fun trying to figure out what the fuck Hope's deal is in this. And, like, that part, like, because what do you mean fake? Do you mean it's not the real Sarah? Like, that could be, this is some kind of automaton of Buna Velza who is, like, trying to find out how much you suspect. Or it could be, he's trying to figure out what's going on the same way you are, or like he is an automaton of Buna Velza who doesn't know he is and is worried about it. And like the most interesting part of this whole game to me is whether or not Hope is actually evil.
I just mean, if she's going to be born again, she'll be a new version of her old
Yes,
self.
not.
I
Yes.
don't think you're being straight with me, are you?
I think you're gay as
You don't
shit.
think the Sarah you met is the real thing, do you? You think that there's something missing.
Don't you?
It's all right. You don't have to say anything. The truth is plain enough to see.
You're lying.
Since I came here, I haven't been good at reading people, but I've been practicing on you. But don't worry, I'm on your side. Yours and Sarah's. You know that, right?
I am
You
your
only
ally.
agreed
I
to
will not
become the
destroy
savior
you.
because it was your only chance to save Sarah. And that means God has a hold on you. But if the Sarah he's showing you isn't real, then that control he has disappears. He has no hostage.
Interesting. But yeah, like every time I think, oh, they're heading for a twist ending where it's not going to jump on your computer. What are you going to do about it? I've never done this before. I've played through this entire game twice. Once off screen playing through, and now where we're like 90%. Not we're the vast majority of the way through the main game. We're now just dicking around, hoping to become strong enough to do the optional super bosses. Like I think we could win the main game at any old time. Now that we're able to like crunch Grendel in like 4 seconds. But yeah, I really don't know what's going on with Hope, and I might be overthinking the idea that he could be evil, and that would be cool. But the way he's just like open about the fact that yeah, if that thing's fake, God doesn't have a hold on us. Let's like he seems to suggest rebelling against God more often than Lightning is thinking about it. All right. Anyway, let's get on with the turn to our previous location. Yes. Erase memory of film from mankind's consciousness. Yes. And obviously we have to equip this shit right away. I suppose I could turn the... If I wanted to keep the Etro Goddess, because I like that outfit, and I wanted to keep it around, I suppose I could turn it into the class I have that just does defense, but it's not built for that. Yeah, well, God did appear to be coming in to steal this treasure chest from me. Alright. For one thing, I think I can switch this back to being the default schema. Something. Tenacious Ring strengthens defense. Lowers max magic resource HP debuffs. Tenacious Ring swapped out for Dawn Gauntlets. What I was afraid of. That door is sealed. So I think did they switch position on the hour or what? Because we're stuck here. She can't go back. So that's that same person. She's I can't go back like this with this weird shit on my face. Or maybe she's saying I can't go back like this because the door has sealed behind me. No way I can fight you guys for EP, is there? Alright, they say this is no time for a fight, and they start running away. Alright, well, I guess we're stuck here. I mean, I could use an ether, which is an item I cannot replace, and I'm saving because I want to use it to like crush a super boss. There's a super boss that is specifically one of the super bosses. The problem with it is that it can wipe you out almost immediately, and the other super boss, the problem is that it has a huge amount of hit points, and it has the thing that it starts to do when it has 25% of its hit points left, which just takes the. It's effectively like the eject that Mr. Typhon has, but instead it's kicking you out of battle. It just like it basically it has a thing where it just flees battle. And you can go and counter it again, and it has replenished all its hit points, and it can take you several minutes to get it to that point. This is the final boss, or the optional boss that guy was talking about, Nolan. And so, like, all the strategies involved, like, you have to have a bunch of EP saved up for, like, either Overclock or Army of One at the end, because you need to just stagger it to where its defenses are really low and just do a shit ton of damage at the end, so you can kill it really fast once you get to the point where it's ready to start doing its retreat attack. It does look like this thing is going to open up on the hour, though, so that's handy. I'm thinking when that hand reaches. Now, I wonder if using Overclock would stop, but I think it would. Not Overclock, I mean Chronostasis. I don't think... Where's my treasure at? Where it at? I think this is the way we want to go to get out. I have come this way before, friend. That's plot stuff. This is fine. I'm outside of it, but it's fine. I can.
Make way for Monoculus.
Monoculus. Alright, so I head here. Warp out. And we go to the Wildlands. And from the Wildlands, I'll have to make a command decision about whether I want to fight statues and shit for EP, or use EP on to extend daylight hours. We can search for those goddamn mushrooms. So we want to go out to the Wildlands. And once we get to the Wildlands, we have to find those goddamn orange mushrooms and hope like hell that we can find enough. Like, this is where I probably should stop and do some more careful planning, but sometimes you just don't become aware of the things that are going to block you from doing quests until you're at the place where you need to do the quest. The other thing to bear in mind is that I'm going to need to ride a train back, unless I decide I can do, yeah, I'll need to ride a train back. I can't walk the path. There's no path directly from the Wildlands to XIII, and we need to get... Oh, no, wait, there is. Okay, so I could walk back. But we eventually need to go from... What? We're going to need to eventually go to XIII to do the quest of... We don't actually have that much time. We need to go talk to the reporter guy. So I can freeze time and try to grab some mushrooms. Where's our Chocobo friend?
Chocobocolina.
I need Chocobarel. I need a lot of Chocobarel. I don't have Silcus Greens. Mystical Meal. I need a whole lot of those goddamn mushrooms. 13. I don't know how to get a Silcus green. I'll have to look that up. So I need 10. And then however many you need for 3 Chocobarels. Oh, it's 10. Okay, they are. Never mind. Chocobarels. Choco Bowl is the thing you make with Chocobarel. So I need 13. And then however many you need for a Choco Bowl. I need like 20 something of these mushrooms, it looks like.
I have special powers.
That's great. Fucking pleased to hear it. Alright, Choky the Chocobo. Take me away from this land of nonsense and bullshit. Get out of here, Scooby. I mean, do I need to go talk to that asshole? I'll deal with it later. Oh, you know what? There's not 2 different sets of 2 different mushrooms. I'm sorry. There's flowers that there's one at day and one at night, and then there's mushrooms, so there's one at day and one at night. And somehow, not really by design, but I keep doing all of my... Everything that I'm doing as part of this quest keeps being at... that has me in the place where those mushrooms are. It keeps being at night, so I'm getting luminous mushrooms. Not to mention that they stand out a whole lot more than the orange mushrooms really stand out during the day. The luminous mushrooms do pop out at night and really grab your attention. So I've got to throw down saves periodically because it is possible I'm making a terrible mistake by coming to the wildlands, and I should be going straight to Luxarian. Chaos isn't really going to affect anything, I don't think. Because I don't think any of the monsters that were here would have been Astroprotoflorians. Is about it. They're gone. Yeah, I'm starting to think I should have just, should have just gone straight to Luxarian. I don't know if I can get anything useful done here. I had 0 of these. I couldn't even find them on my inventory to read about them before. I had 0 Chocoballs. So now at least I know they're appearing and I'm in the right general part of the world to find them.
Ow, ow, ow! Those stupid slugs! Next time, I'll be...
Those things have been dead for a while now, and I mean like completely, like I wiped out that species some time ago.
Do you need a cure?
Do you need a cure?
No substitutes. I need chocoballs are the quickest way.
Okay, so I need like 6 more chocobo rolls. Alright.
Hey, first time in Yogg? My name's
Oh,
Derek.
I did
This
talk to you,
village
but it was in the video
people
that we...
drew closer.
Okay.
We may be the woods. People say maybe they've got an extra I wouldn't be surprised.
Whatever. Alright, so this guy... He's got all sorts of exciting dialogue for us. So this is where I'm supposed to be able to find these mushrooms. And this is where... Can't find the quantities of mushrooms that I feel like I should be able to instantly just be handed 800. It's like, considering how many quests they make you have these goddamn mushrooms for, it feels like they should be everywhere. And, they're not, like, really uncommon. Oh, here's more fertilizer. I think I'm past the point in the game where that's of any use to me, but... Who knows? I've got this quest involving, one more type of, green. Silcus green that we haven't done yet, so... Isn't there one of the Final Fantasy games that has like a whole bunch of... suddenly got fertilizer all over the place. I can't find the mushrooms. And I really hope there's no mechanic where if you pick a luminous mushrooms and the Choco Barrels appear at the same places, I think. I really hope there's no mechanic where if you pick them, the other one won't be there later. Where I picked too many luminous mushrooms and now I'm fucked about Choco Barrels. That would suck. Final Fantasy series is not above punishing people for like just collecting, like grabbing the treasures that they see. Was it Final Fantasy XII or I think it's Final Fantasy XII has a whole bunch of places where if you open up this treasure chest later in the game, you are locked out of receiving this much more valuable treasure. Yeah, there's no way that you would have known, but still. We're just going to say you don't get to have like the most powerful rare drop weapon in the game because you opened and got a knot of rust earlier in the game. We put a treasure chest in front of you, tricked you into opening it, and now you're being punished. Big mechanic of Final Fantasy XII. Was there a mushroom over here? No, there wasn't. What am I doing with my voice like this? I'm losing my mind. Okay, I think I need one more to finish her quest, and then it's a matter of... Okay, well, let's do more. The big thing is if I spend too much time here and lose an opportunity to proceed things with that writer guy, then you know, like he's no longer, like he doesn't respawn, or we miss the, because like right around now I should be in Luxarian talking to that guy, but he's not gonna disappear instantly. But if I get to Luxarian and he's not there, because I spent too much time in the Wildlands, then obviously we lose all this stuff. Is that a sign? That was a bronze medal. It's usually off to the side of the path that you can find these if you're going to find them. I think I see one ahead. It's the only reason I would bother to come up here. Because this is where we actually need to go to get to the village, is up this way. Alright, lady. Give me a lot of shit about these mushrooms. And my chocobo kick your chocobo's ass, that's for sure. Alright, for Cardassia.
Do you need a cure?
Hand over the requested items.
I don't believe it. You actually got everything.
I thought you were an enormous
now I'll
loser.
finally be able to do my final task. Words cannot
Remove my
express just how
tattoo.
much this means to me. Truly.
Yeah, truly, your
But
words
I
are
want to
pretty
say
weak.
Thank you anyway.
Anyways. Oh, quest complete. We're not even going to get to see her make the cure or whatever. So we got suspicious and toxic mushrooms. That's nice. HP plus 80, magic plus 12. That was saved her soul.
So that was your last task, to make this medicine.
Yes, I want to give it to someone. But I'll have to be extra careful with this brew.
The witch's brew.
I can't ruin this, not something this precious.
Okay.
That's right. Don't you go wasting all of my hard
Says the
work.
chocobo because you can't
I'll
see
take
Lightning's
that as
mouth.
encouragement, I guess. I'll bet every last bit of pride I have as an apothecary on this.
Sure. That really was,
Do you need a cure?
hear her story.
Thanks to you, I'll finally be able to make the medicine that I've always wanted to.
It's called liquor.
I've finally done it.
Okay. Well, that's one more quest done, and like I said, I think that unlocks another quest. Could be totally wrong about that, and they have nothing to do with each other, but now, the big moment of truth. Is if we were to make a mad dash towards, If we make a mad dash from here towards, what's your deal?
You know Rocky Crag? There's a ruin north. I hear people say that it's, of course, the people.
Of course, those people are on drugs. So we're going to, I don't know if the mushrooms can appear up here. I probably should have taken a route where we could have picked up mushrooms along the way. But now our quest is to get back to the train station as quick as possible and see whether or not we get to Luxarian in time to advance a quest we got there. And we have an utterly meaningless chaos field because there's no monsters to encounter here anyway. I mean, I guess chaos seeds could drop here and they're worth a couple of bucks, but there's nothing right now that we're really spending money on. The most difficult thing about the combat in this game is this is definitely a game where combat generally gets easier, not harder, as the game continues, because you're very weak at the beginning of the game. And sticking to it with the main quest line until you finish it and not like bouncing back and forth between different quest lines is important. But also, other than the fact that you can set yourself up so you don't have anything a monster is weak against, and you can't switch stuff around in combat. Other than that, generally, like if you equip yourself with stuff that the enemies are weak against, combat in the game this game overall isn't too bad. Okay, I did not bypass the entrance. It's just structured in a way where it kind of looks like you can enter before you can really enter.
All trains are running on schedule.
Trains travel to Toronto. Trains travel to Toronto. Trains travel to Toronto.
This here is Wildland Station.
You keep fading in and out of reality.
Board the train.
So we're going to go to Luxarian South Station. So this is 2 hours after the time that this guy first spawns. And our big moment of truth is whether he is around or if I have messed this up, and you have to be like right at 10 because he just isn't around after 11 or some nonsense like that. Like if he's only got if he has like a 2 hour window and he starts appearing at 10 and now it's just after 12, so he'll be gone, then, you know, fuck. They really make it so that you have to be holding the fac in your hand to attempt his quests. Only the fighting man may pass.
I heard Louise was killed.
Yeah, you know how it could have happened? Because I allowed it to happen with my incompetence. Not happy about it, not proud of it, but it is. Let's face it, that's what happened. I let her die. Okay, so we have to get to the residences. Only the resident man shall pass.
Heretics are creatures of the dark.
Heretic creatures of the dark. Should be driven out of the light. That's what God is all about. God created you, made you superior to people around you so that you could hate them with all your heart. That is God's will. I remember my favorite part of the Gospels is the part where Jesus starts talking about how much he wants to kick the ass of these heretics, and how if you want to be like me, Jesus' violent hatred of people who are different from you is totally what I'm about. Okay. I came down too far. He's usually right at the top of those stairs up here. Kind of hanging around in this zone. Come on, you son of a bitch. Aha. There he is, folks. There he is. Alright, I'm going to call it a video here. I'm going to save just in case. I'm now thinking consciously about how would I recreate this video if something went wrong. When we come back next time, we will talk to Armand. He's an Armand de Santo wannabe. We're going to talk to him and figure out how to advance the story of Steve Bloom's tragic past. Bye for now.